Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing very very well. Well, we're all live, and you know what, even on the comments on the Facebook stream it was quite busy already, even when I did the link earlier. I mean, and even quite a lot of likes. There's 40 likes on it already, and that was only when I set it up. Obviously a lot of people are you, you can't even read the title. Forest to offload jonjo shelvey. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that he is on his way out. I mean, really bad attitude, and it's just been a bad head. I mean, since he came, I mean, when he came, I thought he'd be a perfect signing for Forest when he first came. I thought it'd be a good one, but since then, his attitude been poor. He struggled to get match fit. He weren't happy that he got brought off against West Ham. Kicked off that he weren't even playing against um, Liverpool, and since then, Forest just had him out, even on the team photos and that. He's not even around camp, so I'm not surprised that he is on his way out. I mean, 8 people watching, so good morning to you all. Hope you're all well. Mark's jumped straight in saying didn't see a lot of him, so don't have opinion either way. I don't think we do. I mean, it's just a shame that we couldn't see the fully fit jonjo Shelvey to a fair. That's just me. But it's just his attitude and everything that has let him down. To be honest, sure, and that it doesn't surprise me that he has left, and it doesn't surprise me that um, he is on his way out. So I think it has happened now. I mean, good riddance to him and that. I've got 8 people watching, 10 people now. But this, a bit to get through this bit on Strap, I want to talk about. Shelvey fan on, not the prayer. It is about Sydney fan on that I've been linked with. So yeah, there's a bit of to get through to a fair. Obviously, I wanted to start talking about Shelvey just because it is the main talking point this morning. Dirty comments coming in, guys. Tell us what you think about Shelvey. I mean, are you surprised that he's on his way out? Are you surprised that he's actually more? I mean, I'm glad that the old Shelvey and refusing to come on and play not made national headlines as such as it did. And I know it did a little bit, but it's not as massive fan as I wanted it to be. So, um, Mark saying about Peter, we don't know exactly what happened. Coops isn't saying much about him. Probably won't even after he go. I don't think he will. I mean, if you hear me what I say before, Mark, about even the team news links and all that, we shouldn't be getting that out. So I think I'm hoping now that they've got that mole and you haven't been leaking all these news that they've actually got in and dealt with it, because I think it weren't opening the club at all. So I think it is something that no one not really talking about Shelvey and what actually kicked off before the Liverpool game, which isn't a bad thing. So that's one of the positives I can take from it. But I mean, I just wish now that the club could learn from it, and actually, if he is a bad egg, and that if he is attitude, that the club might look at players going forward and be like, check the attitude and personality traits before we do actually sign him. I mean, you remember years ago when Farrell was in charge, we were signing anyone, and we had players that had really poor attitudes then. So I think the club are trying to stamp it out. So I think really positive in that. We have got the poll on the YouTube channel, so do check that out as well. Get your comments coming in about Shelvey. There's a poll on the thing there. Obviously, 100% yes at the minute that um happy that we are getting rid of him. So um Michael said probably best for both parties. Pretty didn't work out. Yeah, definitely, I couldn't agree with it. It not worked out like as everyone wanted it to be, but you know what? One of them signings that we wished, but we didn't, and that we wished. Hope that good luck to him in the future wherever he goes. If he does find another club and you don't do a Harry Arter, but I mean, good luck to him and wherever he goes in the future, and good luck to him with what he does. So I think the one of them ones, Scarpa. There was some reports that came out earlier this week that he was wanting to leave. I heard a few rumours myself suggesting that he weren't happy with being in Nottingham because he weren't allowed to get up to most of the things that he wanted to do in Brazil, and the club kind of got him to calm down on it. But reports came out last night suggested that Starper is happy in Nottingham and that Starper is wanting to stay at the club, which is great, and he is wanting to make his mark on this team. I mean, he was the one of the first couple of the Brazilians that were brought in January. And to be fair, yeah, fair enough, he only made 10 appearances, but you can tell that sort of quality and that sort of pass he does have to play football and that. So I'm really, really chuffed that he is happy and he is wanting to stay. I think he will only get better. I know he had a lot going off in his personal life and injuries, which you're always going to get, but with injuries and whatever has happened in his personal life, not helped him. But you know what? I think he will bounce back from it. And I think a good pre season under him. And get to learn how to play with this one and know that. I think he will become good. 17 people watching live at the minute, which is brilliant. Loving it. And I do genuinely think that he will become really good for us over time. So that's Scarpa. Sydney fan hunted on. Striker. Scoring goals for fun for SC Heferian in the Dutch league. Done really well there. Obviously, praise son. Um, obviously, we are interested in him. We are looking to strengthen that attacking side, which I'm glad about that we are trying to strengthen it, to be honest. So, James and UEDs, I hope you are well, James. Um, but I think it will be fit. I think it will be interesting to see if we do go through him. I mean, we have been linked with him quite a few times over the years. And I think will he continue and do well? I think it could do, and I think we do need another striker to be with Awani and Sammy Surridge, personally. I think that will just strengthen it. So, tell us what you think. Clark popped up and said top class draw, but here's top class reaction on that. I'm not going to deny that. But yeah, I mean, it's been quite an eventful morning actually, to be fair, with regarding transfers and all that. But you can tell it is transfer window time. You can tell that things are gonna be happening at the club and all that. So I think it is good to say it is. Oops, sorry, I got burps. Um, but I think the one thing that we got to take from it all is that it don't look like Shelvey's gonna stay. The club's not gonna put up with that sort of behaviour that it does actually do at the club. So I think it is great to see that. So get your comments coming in as well. I've got 7 people watching it on Twitter as well, and I've got 15 on here, so it is quite a productive morning. James is saying we do need to see more Scarpa, to be fair. I've always said it, and I think he has got that quality inside of him, but we're just not really seeing it as much as we wanted. And I think now we've got that set to 11, I think for him to actually get in and actually now we set that standard in the team. I think he needs to really, really prove himself now, and he really, really need to try and get in. And I think that will only hopefully help Starper get into the squad. If he knows that we're playing to this level now, he needs to up it to get in. So, James saying get rid of them 2 Newcastle players. I think anyway. I think he will do. I don't think they'll stay. And if we do keep Wood, I think he'll be more of an impact player off the bench. If I'm being honest, yeah. Because we don't have that sort of target man. I know one he is a target man, and it does so much more up top. So it does give us that bit more of a different way of playing, which is quite good sometimes. But yeah, it's extremely um, busy at Forest, as you can tell. Obviously, if there's anything else that has popped up this morning. Oh yeah, congratulations to both Rafa Mir and Loic Brady who become European champions. Can't even I couldn't even get into our side, but the European champions side had does that work out to be honest, yeah. So I think it'd be interesting. And there's just some news that just not breaking news, but well, it could be a breaking news, but Olympiacos news sports director Antonio Cordon will reportedly work in a consult can't even get words out consultancy role for Nottingham Forest. Obviously, will work between the two clubs, which could be quite good for both teams, and I think it will probably look at it and see where we need to finish. He is quite good at work in South America and European markets, and I think with the work that we already are doing in them departments, especially with getting Danilo in, Stopper and all that, I think they will be it will only build it. So I think that's what I do think. RM Clarkson stops, long range passes are everything that they are. Alistair Quinn saying getting rid of Shelvey Ward is going to be, it will be just because of the wages and all that, if I'm being honest, it will be very hard to get rid of them. So I think that will be interesting to say at least what could happen from this. But I think you got to look at the recruitment team for that, personally. Um, yeah, fair enough that they brought that experience in and that, but Shelvey's just been a really bad egg. So, Carl saying Tanya says then, I think if we're getting a good bid, I think it would get accepted, depending how much influence it's had Rav on this transfer. To be honest, I think is if he still have a lot, I don't think he will come. But I think if he don't, and he lets Prayer makes that decision, I think potentially he could come. But it's one of them ones where I think it's down to the player, and if his dad getting forward, I don't think he will come. Last couple of minutes, as per usual, guys. Been a quite good show actually. But yeah, we have got the members club on YouTube, so do check that out and join if you can. We have got super chat going. Enjoying the live discussion that we had today. We have 16 people plus quite a few on Twitter, so I'm enjoying it. But yeah, it is the number one YouTube channel for all the latest news and discussion on our beloved club. Do keep look out for all the latest. Skim Pablo May, obviously he is a midfielder from Paneras. I think that's pronounced that right. Don't really know too much about him to be honest, but obviously he does bring that bit. It could bring that quality. Obviously, another midfielder. I think he could play on a wing and midfield, so he does offer that versatility and all that. And I think part of that, I don't really know too much about him. Callum Hudson, I do. It will bring that quality to the club, and it got that experience winning things, got that experience of Premier League. So I think it could be a good deal. It just his wages. I feel like if we bring him in 120k and don't work out, it'd be another shoulder. Try and get him out of the club. So that what I do think that what I worry about is if it don't work out for me, it'd be another one. But I think Callum Hudson, I do will want to work with Cooper, and Cooper worked with him, and he knows how to bring the best out of him. Heath Moore saying hello from New Zealand. If there was one realistic left forward or left wing or forward you want to sign, oh, Jack Harrison could be a really good left winger for me. I think he works hard on track back, so I think Jack Harrison personally, and he is quite versatility. Um, Dan Juma will, yeah, he will be available. I completely agree. I think it might be a decent signing for us, and I think depending where we want to go with it now, and obviously the swap depth, especially with the African Cup of Nations, we need that quality swap depth to show through now this season. Now we've got that sort of like baseline for where we want. We need to start to up it with the quality. Scared said, yeah, but Lingard is that frees up. Yeah, that's true. Actually, he's leaving, and I think that wages that Lingard does free up, he could do it. So I completely get you on that one. He will. We could go in for him and actually make it up. Jonathan saying get the Chelsea kid get Spence back. Yeah, I completely agree. Get that to be fair. Mark saying Lingard was never in 200k. That was just media hype. Guys, I'm loving the chat here. Do hit the like button on the YouTube channel. Do subscribe to the channel. Do like all the social medias that we have: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, the lot. Do hit them up. Do subscribe to the channel. Do hit the like button and join the media TFTV Members Club if you are on YouTube, and hope support the channel out. Yeah, I think we should have got James Garner back, and I think we still could get him back if we could. On the vote on the YouTube, it is 75% yes, 25% no. So tell us what you think in chat. Do keep on joining in on the socials. I'd like to thank you and goodbye.